What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuned in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, got a brand new episode for everybody tonight. How's everybody doing?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
I mean, I would be doing a little better, but you gave me some hurtful news today, so.
Yeah, you had to think that this was a possibility, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I was hoping you went to the outer division, like you went to the Chiefs or the Jets or something else. Don't go to the damn Eagles, man. Come on.
Yeah, part of me thought when I saw the update come through, I was like, oh, maybe he did go to the Jets, and then open it up, and it's Bradbury to the Eagles, just to really get your day going there, Rich.
Yeah, and I mean, for those of you who don't know, the Giants released Bradbury, two-time Pro Bowler, big 6'2" corner. They released him to save $12 million, and then he just re-signed with the Eagles. So now we got to see him twice a year. Meanwhile, we have receivers that really can't get in the ball, can't catch the ball in the end zone. Still figuring out the offense. Lost a key part on our defense. Oh man, it's gonna be a long season for us. But the Eagles single-handedly had the best offseason for the draft and free agency, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're going for it. The trade for AJ Brown, re-signing him, and just their whole draft and free agency, and now they're picking up the Giants' scrap heap. They're trying to reinvent themselves.
It just hurts, man, because, I mean, you want to see your team flourish, but, I mean, there's another team in the same division that's making moves you could have made, and they're doing it better, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though they're kind of in the same position where it all boils down to their quarterback, they're making it much more tempting for a quarterback to go to their situation over ours. So we got a lot of work to do.
For sure.
Then, I mean, speaking of quarterbacks trying to come back, I mean, your boy Drew Brees talking about he might come back. He might.
No, he's not. He's not coming back. He was saying that in jest. I think he wasn't really good at NBC, and I think part of that is even though sometimes these guys know the game of football, I think when these guys are freshly retired, and I don't know I think this might be a problem for Brady too, but I feel like that they're afraid to criticize people too harshly, and I think has a lot to do with them still being like close with a lot of the guys in the league still.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they're just afraid of the blowback, to be honest. And I do think this is going to be an issue for Brady as well when he eventually gets there. Because you could tell, like guys like Rodney Harrison now that are out of the league, 12, 15 years, they have no problem, being critical about Belichick or, whatever the Patriots are doing or anyone for that matter. But just because they were close with, he was a Patriot. I think that's why. I think they're just a little tight-lipped, and it doesn't make for good TV when you're an analyst.
Yeah, but I think they have to. I don't know. I think Brady will separate that from unlike Drew, because I think Brady just feels like he's just in a different class by himself. No matter what he says, it doesn't matter. Like he doesn't care. I feel like at this point.
Yeah, I still don't think he likes to burn bridges. He just seems like that kind of guy, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he took shots at players too, as well.
Privately, I think he does it all the time, obviously. But yeah, I don't. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see what happens, when he retires and whatnot. But yeah.
Yeah, I could see him calling the Patriots game, talk about Bill. That was a bad play. That was a stupid play.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of funny.
Yep. But yeah, I don't think Breeze. I think Breeze was just saying that in jest, like, hey, I don't even know what I'm doing next year. I could be doing this, I could be doing that, and just kind of said it, but didn't really mean it.
I mean, we'll see, man. Maybe he gets into coaching. I don't know what he's gonna do, man. I don't think he has the personality to be a broadcaster. It's kind of too dry. He's too dry, man.
Yeah. Yep.
But I mean, who knows? Maybe he gets into high school coaching or some other form of coaching, because I know he has kids growing up, so. Maybe sticks with that route.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the NFL that released a schedule. I mean, Detroit Lions get no primetime games. It's about time, man.
Neither do the Jets.
I mean, I wouldn't put that on the Jets, but I'll put that on Detroit, man. They could be getting these Thanksgiving games. I mean, they haven't been good since ever, man.
Yeah, they're not very good, and I don't see it again next year. So I don't blame the NFL for not putting them in the prime time. I also don't blame for not putting the Jets in prime time. But yeah, they're trying to maximize the people that watch, and you want to get some good games on there. So again, not surprised, but
oh yeah, but I mean they got some games I'm looking forward to though. I mean, week 1 they got the Bills and the
Rams.
The Rams. I mean, you're gonna see Von Miller going against his old team. I mean, and the Bills are one of the teams in the favorite to get to the Super Bowl. This could be a potential Super Bowl matchup of the Bills and the Rams. If these teams see each other again come playoff time.
Yeah, for sure. That could be it's a potential Super Bowl matchup. I could see some teams going that, some analysts picking that route for the Super Bowl. But yeah, I think it's a great way to kick off the new season. I love when they're able to match these teams up like that. Like the AFC East playing the NFC West this year, so you get Rams, Bills, a lot of points.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you never know. It could be a nail biter.
I know
if these defenses show up, because that's what they hold their hat on as well. So, and then there was some other games as well. I mean, they got week 2. I mean, they got the Chargers and the Chiefs go at it. Early round matchup of 2 teams. I'm looking forward to seeing this division go at it, man. With all these quarterbacks in the division now, pretty much all the teams improved on all sides of the ball. Outside of the Raiders, really, they didn't really get too much better compared to the Chargers and the Broncos. So
yep,
it's gonna be a shootout, man, for the best team in that division.
Yeah, I think they're gonna beat each other up. We'll just have to see kind of how the loss of Tyreek Hill affects them, and the revamping of that team a little bit, the offense and defense for that matter, and what that looks like. Let's say my guess is they're probably coming back kind of close to each other now. At least I'd actually say all 4 teams at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing that Chargers defense. That Chargers defense has been struggling for a while. I mean, they got somebody on the opposite side of Bosa. Then they went ahead and got Jackson as a corner. I mean, it looks like they're ready to rock and roll, man. So I'm looking forward to see what they put out on the field on defense.
Yeah, me too. That's kind of it's kind of hurt them the past couple of years. Their offense has been fine, obviously. It'd be nice to see what they can do with Nick Bosa and hopefully a healthy Derwin James and company.
Yep. Then week 7, it's gonna be the Browns versus the Ravens. Hopefully, if
Deshaun.
Deshaun is if he's suspended, hopefully he's no more than 6 games. Because then we get to see that game. 2 quarterbacks going at it. I mean, they've been going back and forth with each other for a while now since college. I mean, Deshaun's been getting the best of them. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of I know it starts this week. I'm kind of interested to see how this whole Deshaun Watson thing plays out. I got to imagine the NFL's going to suspend him. It looked like the Browns got a pretty easy first 4 weeks in terms of how it could have been. So maybe it's a 4-game suspension coming, and then after that maybe we see a Baker Mayfield trade. But yeah, I'd be interested to see what that looks like. I mean they're prepared for it. I mean they got a bunch of backup quarterbacks, so they're ready for it. So I mean if these backup quarterbacks can keep him at 500 or better, that'd be perfect by the time he comes back. Yep, exactly.
Then there's a bunch of other games, slated. They got week 10, they got the Cowboys and the Packers. I mean, I don't really care for that one because I feel like the Cowboys are going to lose anyway. But then week 13, we get to see the Broncos and the Ravens. Buccaneers are 49ers in week 14, and Bills and Bengals in week 17. I'm going to be interested to see that game towards the end of the season, if it plays any seeding effects as far as those 2 teams meeting up again in the playoffs.
Yeah, it could for sure. You never know though. When you gotta kind of get down towards the end of the season there, if the Bills are running away with the AFC, it may not matter, and you don't get as good of a game. But you never know. That's why you schedule them, right?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward. There's gonna be a good season. I mean, if you're not a Giants fan, it's gonna be a good season, but it's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a long one for us.
I'll have my usual first few weeks of hope, and then I'm sure it'll slowly fade away.
Yeah, but after around week 6, week 7, you start looking at the mock drafts. Then on to the NBA. NBA draft lottery was the other night. The Orlando Magic get the first pick. Let's give everybody our early mock draft picks for the NBA draft.
Fired up.
All right, so with the first pick, the Orlando Magic. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't trust Holmgren. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Jabari Smith, man, with the number 1 pick.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly the route I would go. I don't necessarily trust Holmgren either. I mean, obviously he's got a good basketball mind, but Jabari Smith is I think just a solid pick there at number 1.
Yeah, I mean, he was averaging like 17 points, almost 8 rebounds a game, shot 42% from the 3, 6'10", long wingspan. I mean, I pretty much don't see many faults in his game outside of him wanting to step up and play defense. But that obviously all comes with time. I think he's one of the ones that has some of the most potential in this draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's big. He's 6'10", 220. Obviously has that kind of that frame to put on some pounds, put on some muscle, big enough to grab rebounds, but also again, shot 42%, last year. So can shoot the ball, can play big. It's kind of like that perfect NBA body.
Oh yeah, that would be my pick.
All right. So even though I don't trust him with the second pick, Oklahoma City, I mean, I think you got to go Chet Holmgren here. Tough to pass up. He's 7'1", still has a long wingspan outside of that. Shot the 3 ball at 39%. Just big around the hoop, smart player. Passes the ball well, decent rebounder. Can actually handle the ball. He watched a couple of those games where he's bringing it up to court for them. The only knock for me is like he's just not very big. He's not very strong.
Yeah, it's that weight. And he's like the oldest. He's like the oldest of the draftees, I think, too. So
he's 20. I mean, he's not like old, but he's 20. Yeah, for a guy who only played 1 year.
Yeah, he needs to put on a lot of weight.
He's got the intangibles, right? Like he knows how to play the game. He's smart. It's just, can he bulk up a little bit? Can he get a little stronger?
Mm-hmm.
And can he stay healthy? Because if he's down low, man, he's gonna get pushed around a lot. So.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. That's probably the only thing that concerns me is his weight. But, this is kind of like the Kevin Durant situation where a lot of people weren't sure if he would remain that size, if he was able to put on some weight, get stronger. He did, and then he was pretty much just scoring a walking bucket. I mean, Holmgren is definitely not, I want to say a walking bucket, but he's a double guy. He'll get you 10 and 10. He was averaging 14 and 10, a few blocks a game. He can dribble the ball, like you said. That's the only concern, man, is his size going to be an issue? Is he going to be able to put on weight and bulk up as a player with some of these bigs in the NBA? But I mean, you never know. The thing is with the NBA now, it's not like he won't be going up against a lot of bigs. A lot of teams run small ball lineups, so I mean, it might benefit him. You never know.
Yep. Yeah. You don't know. I see. Durant didn't put on a ton of weight, and he clearly turned out fine. So yeah, I think we just have to wait and see with him.
Yeah, but I mean, OKC know what they're doing up there. They're gonna probably run a similar, weight program for him like they did Kevin Durant. They're great at developing talent. So.
Yep.
Plus, if they miss, they got another 16 first round picks. So.
Yeah, they got too many. They don't know what to do with now. They're gonna start trading these things.
The number 3 pick, we got the Houston Rockets. I'm gonna go with the obvious and get your boy Banchero from Duke. Another power forward, 6'10", 250. Similar numbers to Smith. I mean, averages 17 and 8, 33%. Shot a little worse, 33% from 3. But he's big and strong. Skilled. He can dribble the ball. It's gonna be interesting to see who turns out as the best prospect in this draft.
Yeah. No, I think that's the right pick there. I think he's a good fit for them. Solid, like I said, big. He still has some room for improvement on defense, but other than that, I think he'll be a fine offensive player.
Oh yeah.
I think at number 4, this might be my favorite pick of the draft. Unfortunately, I don't know if Sacramento's actually going to do it or not. So, but I'd go Jaden Ivey from Purdue.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't, but I mean, the smart thing would be to get him. I mean, either.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been going.
Yeah. So they're gonna pair Ivy with De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, either him or.
They're definitely gonna make this pick then.
You never know, man. They might do something, get somebody we wasn't even thinking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about the Halliburton trade. Yeah, that's right. So I mean, I still go Ivy here. You can put him at the 1, pair him with Fox, kind of get, 2 shooting guards. I don't know if that's going to cause a problem with just having 2 of a similar guy on your team, but again, guy can shoot the ball, can defend. He's quick. And he's solid. 6'4", 200 pounds. He's solid around. I don't know. I just think I think he may be a kind of a steal in this draft.
Yeah, I mean he's getting a lot of comparisons of like D Wade and there was someone else. I mean, big athletic guard.
Mitchell.
Yep, big athletic guard, pretty much around the same size. He was averaging about 17 a game, 5 rebounds, about 3 assists. I mean that would be a great pairing with Fox, but. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Kings to mess this up and draft somebody who was people are not even thinking about.
Yep.
And then with the number 5 pick, we got your Detroit Pistons. I mean, they already got their point guard. I think they're gonna go and get themselves a shooting guard and get Shaedon Sharpe. This is kind of one of the unknowns in the draft. One of the top prospects of actually next year's draft, but he reclassified. He didn't really get to play this year. 6'6", about 200 pounds. He's been getting some comparisons to like Brandon Roy. I don't know if some people out there might be too young to remember Brandon Roy, but Brandon Roy was kind of like Luka before Luka was Luka. But he had his knees gave out, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I mean, that would give him a nice little pairing at the guard position with him and Cunningham from last year. And then they got some bigs in there like Bay and some other guys. So,
yeah, I think that you're drafting on projections on this one. Not that that's different from other times during the NBA draft. But yeah, I mean he's got the the build. Obviously recruited to Kentucky, one of the best programs in the country. So, just he hasn't played in a bit. That's a little concerning. But, again, he's 19 years old. I think that, you can't really go wrong here.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to leave him out there, I guess Indiana's got to go Keegan Murray from Iowa. He was kind of like the hot player coming into the tournament. Obviously, Iowa fizzled out for me and many other people, but it is what it is. But he's another big body, 6'8", 230. He's a little bit older. This is his. He's almost 22. Yeah, he's almost 22. He'll be 22 this summer. He's I don't know. When I watched a lot of the Big Ten tournament, he was just like smooth. Like one of those guys that could just kind of, I don't know, seems so like basketball kind of comes easy to him, right? Like shot 40% from 3 this year, average close to 24 a game, 24-9 in a physical Big Ten conference, and just a smart player. So I like him here for Indiana.
I think it's a perfect fit. I think they need some scoring at that forward position. I mean, he can give them buckets, which is like I said, which is something they need. They're trying to rebuild their team. I mean, they got Halliburton, that point guard, and they're gonna need some other pieces. This could possibly be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the 7th pick, we got your Portland Trailblazers. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where they go right here, man.
I think they got to go. I think they go shooting guard. I mean, take your choice, but
yeah, I mean they go
with a 2.
Yeah, I mean they go. What's the name? Oche, whatever his name is. From Kansas. shooting guard from Kansas, 6'5" guard. I mean, he can put up some points, average 18 points a game. I mean, we saw with some of the stuff he did in the title game. Helped carry Kansas to the championship. Was one of the players that'll give the Trailblazers a place, someone to replace C.J. McCollum, who they just lost. I don't think he's that much of a shooter compared to C.J., but it gives Dame some help. I'm not sure how long he'll be there though.
Yeah. Who knows, right? Yeah, I don't know how long Dame's going to be there. That you change your draft strategy, right? I think you can always use scorers, right? So getting another shooting guard in there, a guy that's proven that he can do it in down the stretch in the tournament. I think you just got to go for it.
Oh yeah.
All right, so at number 8, New Orleans goes. Let's go Benedict Mathurin from Arizona.
Okay.
I think he's a hot name kind of coming into the tournament. Played well down the stretch. He's athletic, big. Played that shooting guard, small forward, that wing spot, 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
Again, another guy with just kind of high potential. Shot the ball a little bit better last year from 3. Obviously more attempts this year. Still at 37%. He's kind of like he's explosive. And I don't know. I feel like he's just got that NBA frame that these guys like to draft, like a Jaylen Brown type of frame.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely put up points. Would definitely give him another scoring option. I just feel like the Pelicans are acquiring talent. It doesn't seem like the team is gelling though. I don't know what it is, man. Well, I mean they had a nice little stretch this year. They put together, got in the playoffs, but I don't know, man. I feel like they're going to have to move some of those pieces or do something. I still feel like they need a point guard, but I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Maybe they I'm going to say I don't think they could do it, but that'd be funny if they made a trade for Dame as well. But not many. I feel like that's the one spot they're missing. They pretty much got everything else locked down. Mm-hmm. And hopefully Zion returns. If not, then it's going to be interesting where they go from there.
Yep. No, I agree.
And then with the 9th pick, we got the San Antonio Spurs. I think the Spurs going to go big here and get Jalen Duren from Memphis, 6'11", 250 center. I feel like San Antonio hasn't had any valuable, centers since Duncan and Robinson left. Gives them like a little centerpiece to build around with Murray. Gives them a little building block, man.
All right. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, that Pop likes his big guys, so.
Oh, yeah. But it's going to be interesting to see, too. That's one of those, the Spurs are another team, too. They just acquired talent. Like, they'll just take the best available player. And somehow some of these guys blend together, and all of a sudden they're back in the playoffs, and you're like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened when they kind of took Kawhi in the middle of the draft, and then all of a sudden they were back to a contender again. So yeah, it doesn't take much for them.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, for Washington, let's go at number 10. We'll go Johnny Davis.
Okay.
And he was shooting guard, Wisconsin. Again, he's got that 6'5", 200-pound body. I don't think he's like a guy that's really gonna wow you, but I think he's solid. He's a good shooter. He can create his own shot. He's athletic. He played good defense. He can draw fouls. Like I said, a little bit older, but I felt like he had a really good year. 20 points a game, 28 rebounds. And yeah, I just you don't know what's gonna happen with Bradley Beal, but be nice to get some guys who can score in there.
Oh yeah, that's one of the impressive things for me is that he's averaging 8 rebounds at his size. That's a lot of rebounds for a guard forward that's about 6'5".
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that shows he's active on the glass. He has a high motor. It's something that they need. I mean, Washington needs players that's going to go out there and play. because they don't get much TV time. They don't have an opportunity to attract big stars. So they're gonna have to get a bunch of blue collar guys that are gonna go out there and play ball and help them win some games. Then number 11, you got the Knicks. They're gonna have to trade this pick back, man. Trade it somewhere. It's not many players on the board left that I would take. I mean, we do need a point guard. I don't want them to try to reach and get Ty Washington from Kentucky.
That's who I thought you were going to go with.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they go like a big like Mark Williams from Duke or AJ Griffin that's left on the board from Duke. But I feel like we need to move this pick. Try to get double picks for next year or something, man. We need a lot of help, man. And I don't know if they're going to keep Randall on the books or not. Yeah. There's a situation going on with Mitchell Robinson. He might be a free agent as well, so it's going to be interesting to see what we can build around RJ. And then we're going to have hopefully Derrick Rose coming back, but I mean he's getting older and older now. We can't keep depending on him. And then we got to get Obi some more playing time.
Oh, can't be stopping Obi Toppin.
Nah, that's our little mock draft.
Mock draft 1.0.
And then we got NBA finals, or Eastern and Western finals. We're gonna have yesterday we had the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat play yesterday. Miami Heat took game 1. I know you were pissed off, man. Get it out.
I'm not that upset yet. They were just they played really well in the first half. It just you could tell they got tired. Even in the first quarter when they took Tatum out for like 2 minutes, or it was a minute and a half, they just kind of fell apart. And that's where they need like Marcus Smart or Al Horford in there to kind of stabilize things. Jimmy Butler got whatever he wanted all night. He's done this to them before. They really need Smart on him and in his shorts and not fouling him. I mean, he went to the free throw line 18 times. I don't, and I've said this before, like his game, like it's like innocuous. Like he doesn't do anything great. He just does a lot of things very well. And it's like, I think I looked up at one point. He had like 27 points. And I was like, how the hell I feel like the guy has barely touched the ball. He only had 12 shots, but he's just at the line all the time. And
18 free throws, man.
He doesn't shoot threes. He just got that pump fake, and then once you don't fall for the pump fake, he pulls up on you, and he's got basically an open shot. So he's an old school player. He's tough to defend. Other than that, this Miami Heat team, to be quite frank, they don't wow me at all. Like, I don't know, the way they played a little bit better. They played better in the second half, and a lot of that was spurred by turnovers and lazy playing by the Celtics. But for the majority of that first half, I don't know, other than Tyler Herro and Butler, that team doesn't really impress. I mean, Bam was silent last night. I barely saw him, and I really like Bam.
I don't know what's going on. It seems like he's not as aggressive or something. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, man.
2 years ago in the bubble, he was everywhere.
Yep.
But outside of even you add Bam in there, those three guys. I mean, again, I don't know about you. I don't know if Gabe Vincent's going to be dropping 20 points every game and pulling up from 28 feet, and Strauss. I know he had a good year, but again, these are put a little pressure on these guys and see what happens. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not overly concerned yet. They lost kind of two of their core players that they really need if they're going to go anywhere. Looks like Smart's going to be back tomorrow. Al's might, who knows? Freaking COVID nonsense. But guys at practice and 2 hours before the shoot around 2 hours before the game looks fine and doesn't play in the game. But whatever, it is what it is. So. Yeah, I still like that. If they can, again, like Tom said last night, if they get the one in Miami, that's exactly what you want. So I wouldn't say tomorrow's a must-win, but it's it's pretty close.
Yeah,
you just don't want to be down. You don't want to be down 2-0 in any series, right? It doesn't matter where you're playing.
Yeah, it's a bad hole to be down. Yeah. I kind of thought you guys had them. You guys played great in the first half, but Miami, he came out like a bat out of hell that second half. And they kept attacking your boy PP in those pick and rolls. But that kind of shows that when if Smart was there, it would have been a different situation.
Right.
But even towards the end, you guys were still in it, so it's gonna be a long series for you guys. I'm looking forward to watching this one too.
Yep, this one could go. I'd say it's probably gonna go 6 or 7.
Oh yeah, and then on the west side, we got the Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors. Who would have thought, man? I mean, the Mavericks, they smack up the Suns in game 7, and then now they get to face the Warriors, man. A kind of little different team that we were expecting as far as facing the Warriors in the West Finals. But hey, your boy Luka showed he's in the zone right now. He's on another level right now.
Again, he's another guy. He's not gonna wow you with his athleticism, that's for sure. But he was talking about this. One of my buddies is that he's got like the mix between like a Giannis and a Steph Curry. Like he can get to the hoop whenever he wants to, but he can also throw one jab step at you and drain a 28-footer in your face. So it's like, how do you guard the guy? And not to mention his basketball IQ is through the roof, and he's I don't know what he's averaging in the postseason, but he's around 8 to 10 assists every game and 8 to 10 rebounds every game. So again, like I think he got exposed a little bit on defense against the Suns, but Jason Kidd, to his credit, I think put him in better situations and probably poked him a little bit. Like, hey, bro, you can't just let these guys get around you that easily. You got to at least put up a little bit of an effort on the defensive end, and they were able to close out the Suns. They got a different challenge now in the Warriors. It should be interesting. I think Draymond will probably be on Luka, is my guess. And I don't know, is his over aggressive style gonna cause an issue, or we'll see how that all works out. But I think it should be a good series. And Luka had his couple beers at lunch today, so he should be ready to go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who's guarding him. If they try to take the same approach that they did with the Suns and try to target like Curry or somebody else on those pick and roll situations to guard Luka. But then on the other side, I mean, who's Luka going to guard? I mean, all those guys going to be running around screens, getting open threes. It's going to be interesting to see, man. Two high scoring teams. I think Dallas beat them 3-1 during the season. So I don't remember how much of those games, if Golden State was fully healthy for all those games. But either way, it's kind of, we're going to see they're almost mirror-like teams, man. As far as like the others on the team. That can get hot at any time, so it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be a couple good series, and then I think any way you slice it, you're probably getting a good finals. So yeah, I'm excited to see how these two series play out.
Oh yeah, I'm still rolling with Golden State, still rolling with them to take it all. I know you're still rolling with your Celtics.
I'd like to see a Celtics Warriors final. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one. I don't think it bodes well for Miami to play Miami to play Golden State. I think that's a bad match.
I don't think their perimeter defense is really that good, especially without Kyle Lowry. Maybe it's a little better with Lowry, but Oladipo's still not playing like big minutes, so I think they'll just get torched from the outside. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'd rather see the Celtics play them, but we're gonna have to wait and see, man.
Yep. You can take a week off the MLB, but the Yankees are still dominating out there somehow. I still don't really know how.
Yeah, so the Astros got hot when like 11. Pujols was pitching. That's about it.
Yeah, but so in the NHL, we had 5 Game 7s in round 1. This is why I just feel like this is why the NHL is so good, right? You got 8 series, you get 5 Game 7s. Like these teams they grind it out in the playoffs, and it's fun. But unfortunately, the Bruins went down one of those Game 7s. You had Toronto blow a 3-2 lead, and then you had Pittsburgh blow a 3-1 lead.
Come on, Rangers.
Yeah, there you go. At least you got the Rangers, Rich.
Yeah, you got something, man.
Yeah, the playoffs have been good again. I think there's, I'm maybe a little biased. The officiating was a little questionable in some of these games, but overall, you got the Battle of Alberta, which people are happy about, and up in Western Canada. There, you got Calgary against Edmonton. That should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
One of those teams will reach the Western Conference Finals. Then you got the Blues and boy Cale Makar and the Avalanche took Game 1 down last night in overtime. It's just like, I watched a little bit of that game last night. It's in between the Celtics getting their socks blown off in the third quarter. It's just a different style of hockey. They just play so fast and they just move the puck so well, and it's a lot of action, a lot of offense. But yeah, no, I think it's the playoffs have been rolling well. Like I said, the New York fans are happy. The Rangers are still in it. Playing a tough Hurricanes team. I watched 7 games of the Hurricanes, and they're definitely a tough team to play against for sure. Good defensive team. They capitalize on scoring opportunities. Just a really good team.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of high scoring games, a lot of close games too. So I mean, that makes it worth the while when you watch. It's going to be interesting matchups how and to see how some of these games play out, because it's not really one team that you say has been dominant the whole year, or pretty much has been dominant through the playoffs. So
yeah, I mean, you could say maybe Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
They led the league in points. They ran through. I even forget who they played first round there. They swept them. Nashville. But they got a challenge. The St. Louis team is battle tested. They're tough. They got a good goalie and they can score.
Mm-hmm.
Took them to overtime last night. Obviously Colorado comes out of it, but that's a tough one. Then, I mean, again, you still got the Lightning in here. They won 2 cups in a row.
Yep. They're
playing the Panthers, who are the best team in the East this year. So, and Tampa took down Game 1. So, yeah, like you said, I don't. Other than maybe Colorado was kind of dominant, but this is why hockey's great. It just kind of evens off when you get in the playoffs a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to some of these games. It's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. Got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right, so this was I think we've done different salads on here before, but this one was even a little bit different than I normally do. So it was a Southwestern chicken salad. I made I was supposed to have tortilla strips on it, so I forgot those at the store. So I improvised and made my own fried tortilla strips, which came out pretty good, lightly salted, but just took a couple of flour tortillas, sliced them into strips, and then fried them in a little bit of vegetable oil.
Oh, yeah.
And then had the salad, obviously romaine, some cherry tomatoes. What else was on there? Cucumbers, mozzarella cheese. I know you're the cheese guy, Rich. And then I did some homemade taco seasoning and seasoned the chicken. Threw that on the grill for about 15, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the kicker on this one was, and there was avocado on the salad too. The kicker was the dressing. It was a creamy oregano dressing. So fresh oregano, jalapeno chopped up, light mayonnaise, olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder, and then blend that all together. I threw it in the fridge for about an hour.
Okay.
And it was a little thick, but mix that up with the salad, and man, it was good.
Oh, nice. I had the salad for dinner too. But I ate with a stuffed salmon with
nice.
crab in it. So Just
the stuffed fish.
Yeah, I had it with just croutons, the cherry tomatoes, and then some sauteed onions. That was really it. I was tempted to throw some cashews in there, but I just kept it simple.
Blue cheese?
Of course. That's the real man's dressing right there. And then what'd you guys drink that down with?
So this is probably one of my new favorite beers from Treehouse again, Charlton, Mass. Opening a new location in Tewksbury. They've got a golf course. They're taking over Massachusetts, but it's the Juice Project Citra.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, with the Juice Project series, they're kind of just trying out different hop combinations, and this one's like a double hopped Citra. I'm trying to find the way they describe it. But anyways, it's like overly saturated with Citra. I think they do the flour and the powder, or not the powder, the extracted liquid. But it's actually really good. It's Citra's a good like summer hop anyway. It kind of has just has like this, I don't know, just like a lighter feel to it, like a cleaner, something about it, just like summer comes at you quick. But it's just the way they just the way they hop it. I don't know. It's really smooth. It's good. It comes in at like I think 8.7%. So it's a solid, double IPA. Just real jammed with just real citrusy flavor and just really solid. So I'd probably throw it at like 8.1.
Oh, that's real solid. That's a great beer right there.
Real good.
And that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then for this week for the BRRs, still going through some shows. I talked about it before. Flight attendants getting out of control. They're all over the place on that show, man. It went from a comedy to a drama, back to a murder mystery. It's just a lot going on, man. I feel like it's maybe a few episodes left. I'm trying to get through it, just to finish it. But it's kind of one of those shows where I don't think after the first season we couldn't see how they did the second season. Somehow they did, but they should have just left it at one, man.
Yeah, I told you, man. I was struggling to get through that, and haven't been back in a while.
Yeah, but then between that and going back between We Own the City, great show so far. I wish it wasn't. I just wish it wasn't so short, because they're pretty much jam packing all the stuff the cops are doing. So you don't really see the cops grow from like a normal street cop to they're like I forget what it's called, gun task force unit, and then those are the cops that are like pulling people over, taking their money, but just getting them on gun charges, filing false police reports. They'll bust somebody with $100,000 and only say it was only 10,000 in there, and then they'll split up the rest. But overall, good show. And then there's The Staircase. We both were watching that. Even though it's based on a true story, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed in the killing. I know it sounds kind of bad, but I thought it'd be like a huge plot twist if the kids did it or something else happened. But I felt like it was like the other show from HBO, the one we watched, and we were thinking about all the different killers, and then it just turned out to be the wife. What was that one called?
Staircase?
Yeah. Well, no. You remember the other one from on HBO we watched before?
What was it? Oh.
With Nicole Kidman and
Yeah. What was that?
I felt like it was one of those, man. Like I thought we were gonna get like a huge suspenseful, like who done it, and then it was just the husband.
Yeah. Oh, the one with Hugh Grant.
Yeah, I forget the name of it.
The Undoing.
Yeah. I was just saying, I thought we were gonna get like a suspenseful, like who done it, man. But then it was just the husband.
Yeah. I don't know. This show, man. It's another one I'm probably not going to finish.
Well, I think I'm gonna finish it because it's a limited series.
Yeah, I know. This isn't the first series I've watched on this this case before, and it's to me like I don't know, and maybe I'm singular in this. I just don't think it's that interesting of a case to me, other than he's a famous guy, right, or a famous writer. Other than that, like anyone who thinks that he didn't shove her down the stairs or didn't have something to bang her head and then make it look like she fell down the stairs is outside their mind.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I thought it was gonna be. I thought for something like this for you to put it on TV, I thought it'd be some like crazy plot twist or something to it, where everybody think it was the husband, but it was somebody else, but then ultimately it's just the husband. It's just like a regular old story. I don't think it really needed to be told. No, it's not a bad show. Great actors in the show, but I just wish it was more of a suspenseful show.
Yeah, there's just like I said, there's like I don't know how you can believe that the guy didn't do it, but I guess it is what it is. I would be more interested in to see like how he did it. Like, what did he do? Was it like an accident that he was then trying to, make look like something else happened? The only kind of interesting part was the family, the two kids that he ended up adopting. Their mom died by kind of the same thing, falling down the staircase. I don't know if you read about this. They basically like reopened that case and then start basically call it a homicide.
Oh wait, did you see the
20 years later?
Oh, did you see the last episode?
No, I haven't finished yet. We've watched documentaries on this one before.
Yeah, if you watch the latest episode, you'll see how it happened, and it makes sense. But I mean, if he did it, it's a coincidence. It can't be a coincidence if your ex-wife died the same way 20 years ago, and
it wasn't his ex-wife.
No, I thought it was, because that was the two girls, that was their mother.
Yeah, but let me just look at this. I don't think it was his ex-wife. Was it? Was I wrong? Maybe I was wrong.
Because his first wife is the weird lady with the glasses who's in the house now.
You're right. Yep.
And then after that, he left her. He went to be with this other girl in Germany or France or whatever it was. And then they had two daughters. And then she died, similar to the same way the new wife died. And then the new wife, she already had a daughter, which is the one that's the woman, the other woman. So that's the other woman that died was a friend of theirs. That was like their best friend, and that was in Germany. Him and his wife were living in Germany, and that was their friend Elizabeth Ratliff, and that's who the kids are that he took on. So basically, he took his kids and their kids. So he had the 4 kids, and then obviously the woman he married had the 1 daughter. So that's where they got the 5 from. Oh, did he do it for the money or?
No. I think I forget how. They just became the legal guardians just because they were really close, and they didn't really have any other family, I don't think.
Oh, okay. But that's what I said.
Martha and Margaret, the 2 daughters. Yeah, those were his friend's kids, not his.
Oh, okay. It's a weird story.
It's weird, and it was a staircase, same thing.
Outside of that, there was The Circle's Back. That's a show on Netflix. It's about people they put in like these pretty much in this atmosphere where they have to like upload like a social media profile, and then people you pretty much see their social media profile, and then you get to like interact with them like on a private chat, so to say, and pretty much it's like a popularity contest through social media, and whoever wins, they win $100,000. It's like the 4th season. It's one of those ratchet, I wouldn't say ratchet shows, but one of those shows give you something to watch, pass the time by, as far as reality TV. Not a bad show. Definitely something to check out or something to put on if you have time.
All right.
And then we got The Wild season 2, still going through that.
Yeah, I've been struggling with that one too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like dull. I think if they never gave us like that everything was staged from the beginning, and then we just like saw them try to figure things out on the island first, it might have been a better show.
Yeah, well then it's just Lost.
Yeah, but imagine you had losses with like teenagers, or it's like Lord of the Flies, so to say. But I don't know, man. It just I want to say it's like too slow, or it's like
it's a little slow.
Yeah, man. I just might have to drop that show too, man.
We need like what was that show where they were in a different reality that they canceled that I really liked. Remember that one?
When they were in a different reality?
Like they were on like the kids went on a school trip and then they never came back.
Oh, The Society?
Society, yeah.
That was a good show, man. Why did they cancel that, man?
I know. So I mean, you cancel that and then like you bring the Wilds back, and the Wilds is like season 1 was fine, but like you said, like once you kind of realize what's going on, it kind of like takes the allure away, and then you're still trying to throw a second season out with like the guys version, and then you're weaving in some of the girl stories still, and I don't know. I'm just
The Society, then we didn't even figure it out yet. Like we didn't know where they were.
I know.
We didn't know anything. Like
I know.
Had a bunch of good actors, and had the girl from from Euphoria was in there. I think.
Yep.
I think she was in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of people in there, man.
Yeah, I was annoyed by that one.
They need to bring that back. And then outside of that, I mean, nothing else pretty to watch. They put out a bunch of new trailers for the new Avatar movie in December. Looks good. Looks like it's gonna be a lot more action. Probably be expensive. One of those expensive ass movies, but it's probably gonna do great in the box office. They put out, the trailer for Thor, the next Marvel big movie. So I know a lot of people looking forward to seeing that. They put out the trailer for She-Hulk, which is one of the next Marvel shows. That one should be good. And then the one for your boy Obi-Wan. So I mean, there's a few things coming out. I mean, we got Stranger Things 2 finishing up. Well, we're gonna get the first half coming up in about a month, and then right after that we get The Boys season. Was it 3 or 2? Which is one of Amazon's best shows. I really like that one too. And then that's pretty much it. That covers everything.
That's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.